how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am well. My name is Brianna, and I'll be your counselor for this evening. So I
Okay.
just want you to know, I just want to go over some things and just let you know about confidentiality. Anything you say in here stays strictly between us, unless you tell me that you want to harm yourself or others.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what brings you in today?
So I would like to talk about the stress that I have in my life between balancing my husband, a social life, being full-time in school, and working.
Okay, so tell me about you and your husband.
So we've been married now 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He is a hard worker. He's really sweet. But I feel like we've hit like a kind of rough patch where it's not, we're not doing as much dating. We're just kind of arguing, and we don't have time for each other. He works full time. I work too. So I just feel like I don't know, kind of how to communicate with him anymore, and I feel like we're just two roommates living in the house together.
Okay, so tell me about work.
So work, I work Monday through Friday, and I try to work 9 to 2 or 3. I work as a secretary at a school, and it goes pretty well. But sometimes I get a little stressed, with the kids and the teachers and things like that.
How many children do you have?
I usually have to service about 100 students that's in the school. Between them asking, for tardy slips or just anything. As a secretary, I have a lot on my plate.
Okay, so tell me about school. What are you studying? When are your classes? How long are your classes? What's your workload like during the week?
Okay, so I actually take 4 classes during the week, and those classes are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they're night classes. I'm actually in school to be a nurse, and the load is pretty heavy. Of course, being a nurse is a big job.
Right.
The workload, I would say it's pretty intense. With 4 classes, of course, that's a full-time schedule, so there's a lot of tests and discussion questions and labs and just a lot of things like that.
I bet you have a lot of reading as well.
Yes, definitely a lot of reading.
Okay, so tell me about your social life.
Well, as I mentioned before with my husband, we used to try to go out at least once a week, usually like on a Friday night, and just like celebrate being together. As well as I have a few girlfriends that we hang out. We try to get together like once a month and do something. I'm also a part of different church groups, and I'm a pretty social person. So
Sounds like you have a lot going on in your life, especially during the week.
yes, definitely, it's been a lot.
So when do you have time for you to decompress and really like collect all of your thoughts and things like that?
I think that's part of my issue that I'm bringing today. I just feel like I'm so stressed out that I don't even think about myself as far as needing time to just be alone and that kind of thing.
Okay, so how does your day-to-day schedule go? Like, what does your schedule look like during the week?
Okay, so during the week, Monday through Friday, I'm working at the school with the kids, and the position is usually 8:30 or 9 until 3. And then after that, I come home, I take the dog out, clean up, and start preparing dinner for my husband because he gets off at 5. And then he gets off, and then I have class at 6, so the time goes by so fast. And then usually class goes to like 9-ish, and then after class, I'm usually so exhausted, I try to get at least a part of my homework done, and then I just go to sleep.
Okay, so it just seems like there's no communication between you and your husband after you finish your classes and you've done your homework. You just go to sleep and then you wake up and you repeat the same thing. Monday through Friday, or is it Sunday through Saturday, or do the weekends go a little bit different?
The weekends are a little different. He coaches a soccer team on Saturdays, so he's usually up and out early in the morning. And Saturdays, I use that to kind of like go grocery shopping, clean the house, like a deep clean, definitely catch up on homework, and just kind of sleep or just something. We don't get to spend, and then Sundays, of course, we have church, and like I said, I'm involved in some things there, so there isn't really time.
Is there any way that you can let some of these extracurricular activities go, like maybe not being so involved in the church, or maybe make a schedule during the week to map out everything that you do so you can actually visually see it and feel the paper, so you can get a good understanding of, okay, I have too much going on because this is what I'm doing from the time I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning until 10:30 at night. So maybe if you put it down on paper, you can start to see that you have too much on your plate and too much going on during the week. And since you are working full time and you're going to school full time, and then you're trying to cook and clean and make sure you take your dog out and make sure you cook for your husband and make sure you do the grocery shopping on the weekends, maybe you can start to take out some of those things once you see it, so that way you can make some time for yourself. And I know you mentioned that you go and work out for an hour, but sometimes when we work out, are you really clearing your mind, or what are you focusing on while you are working out?
I think a lot of times when I work out, I'm thinking about the next thing that I need to do, or thinking like, hey, I'm on this treadmill, but I should probably be reading or doing a discussion question or something like that.
Okay. Have you tried making a schedule, or do you know how to make a schedule, or do you want to make a schedule during the week?
I've actually never made a schedule to kind of write everything out. I think that's a really great point that you made. Maybe if I can physically hold it and see it, then I'll be able to better manage my time.
Yeah, I think if you can make a schedule and you can manage your time, you can draw back from some of the things that you're in and make more time for yourself and go out and have a social life, like you say, like you mentioned that you wanted to do, how you and your husband used to go out and enjoy each other and celebrate being with one another. So I think what you need to do for you is you need to make some time for your self-care and not think about work, not think about your husband, or think about reading, or think about the discussion post that you need to make, but just think about, what does charisma need, what does charisma want, and just like clear your mind, turn off your phone, turn off the TV, put down your laptop, put down the books, or whatever. Do you listen to music?
I do. I like gospel music a lot.
Do you find it very therapeutic?
I do.
Okay, so maybe during your time, some of your self-care, just for maybe, do you think you could squeeze 30 minutes to an hour in your schedule if you got some of these extracurricular activities out of the way? Or how long do these activities normally last that you're involved in?
Between meetings and things, they usually run about an hour, hour and a half. So maybe if I slow down on some of those areas, then I could focus on more self-care.
Yeah, and that could be an hour or an hour and a half that you can have for yourself on a Sunday or a Saturday or sometime during the week. So maybe what you need to do is, when you do get rid of some of those activities, you can just clear your mind for an hour and listen to gospel music, since you did say that you do enjoy gospel music, and you can listen to the music and just clear your mind, get yourself together, and just relax, let your hair down. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. That sounds really nice. So would you be able to help guide me as far as the schedule and show me, how I should write it out? Because like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with this.
Oh, absolutely. What you need to do is you just need to get a blank sheet of paper whenever you get home, or we can do it in the therapy session. And we can write out the days of the week, Sunday through Saturday, and we just want to put the times. I don't know if you've ever seen a calendar, like when you go into your phone, how there's a calendar in there, and you click on the day, and it marks everything from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. every day. And basically what you want to do is, from the time you wake up, since I'm assuming you get to work between 8:30 and 9:30, you can get you can get you can put down each time or whatever, and just list out everything that you do each day.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I would definitely try that and bring it for the next session.
Okay, that sounds perfect. So you work on that, and that'll be something that we talk about in our next session. Okay.
Thank you. This
Thank
was
you
so
so much.
helpful.